What's up guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Justin Bieber, and today we're going to be talking about something a little different from what I normally cover. Usually I do movie reviews and all of that sort of stuff, but today we're going to go into the world of music and review a new album from one of my favorite artists of all time, Conan Gray. So Wishbone was kind of a surprise announcement for everybody, even the diehard fans, where one day he was just like, I wrote 12 songs on the Found Heaven tour, here's Wishbone for you, and this song is going to drop as a single May 30th, and everyone was just going, what is going on here? And then the single goes a complete 180 from Found Heaven and everything, and we're just going, this is going to be the best album of all time, isn't it? And he may have done it. So after dropping Found Heaven, that album was wildly different from everything Conan's ever done. I was a huge fan of it. I got my Found Heaven necklace right here. I've been wearing it since I got it, like literally every day. It is a problem, but I loved Found Heaven. I can understand some criticisms of it, but I really did enjoy it a lot. But I wanted this to do kind of what Wishbone already did, so I wanted it to do that, and honestly, it really did connect to Found Heaven a lot more than I thought it would, specifically Alley Rose, which we'll get into on some further songs in the album. But let's start off with the first song called Actor. Now this one shows common strengths for the entire album. The seaside vibes are super strong that you got from the album cover and the music festivals that he played at. The bridge on this song is so strong, and it's just that good. And it's just a common thing that we'll see in this album, how good his bridges are, which is also just something Conan is very good at. Like the bridge in Alley Rose is insane. Memories has an insane bridge. Astronomy, like there are so many times Conan has made one of like the best bridges I've ever heard. So that's just one thing that he gets nailed completely on this album with. And mixing with the vibe of the album as a whole, Actor kind of shows a very good arrangement of all that, where you have peaceful acoustic parts of the intro, then you get orchestral pop, which kind of reminded me of Norman Rockwell by Lana Del Rey, and then just albums in that range. So I really did enjoy what kind of vibe he brought to this album. And in this song, the build-up is just really good. And when I say this song, I'm not talking about this song, I'm referring to Actor, but I really did like the build-up here. And the lyrics of this don't directly reference Alley Rose, but you can very much tell it is following the story of that, where Conan's gone in depth with that in interviews and everything, and that is the story that this album is about, and Actor sets all of that up. And I'm gonna be the only person who is gonna think of this listening to Actor, but one of my first thoughts was Telepath. I don't know why. It doesn't have the same like 80s production style at all, but for some reason Telepath came to mind, and I'm probably the only person who's gonna think that with this, but I love Telepath, and reminding me of that was something cool. So yeah, I don't know how it did, but for some reason, it brought that song to mind. Next up, we have this song. This was the lead single of the album and the surprise drop on May 30th. I will remember that day. We had Conan drop a single, Taylor bought her masters back. Just an insane day for annoying people. But this one, I can definitely tell why this was the first single, and it is by far like the easiest, most obvious pick to be that lead single. It's poppy, but it also keeps that mellow, somber vibe of the album. So I definitely think this was the best choice to go with. And it has like this little theatrical sound with it, and I do enjoy that with just the intro. It sounds very like, I'm not very well versed in Broadway and musicals and that sort of stuff, but when I'd like be watching school plays and stuff like that, I kind of got that vibe of just the way that the song would start and how it flew, like just was flowing and everything. So that's kind of what it reminded me of a little bit. And it really fits the aesthetic Conan wants for this album really well. So again, perfect choice to be the lead single. And like just fantastic production, insane vocals from Conan. It makes this a huge highlight from the album. And following this song, we get Vodka Cranberry, the second single off of the album. And I'm not trying to go insane here by like, it's too soon to tell, but I honestly think Vodka Cranberry is one of Conan's best songs. I would argue top 5, maybe top 3, with just how well structured and the build-up in this song really is. It has insane, like just chill summer vibes, where the song is completely depressing, which is just Conan's discography, but the music itself just feels like a nice summer drive, and just the chill feel, but how strong that bridge is, and Conan's vocals in this song are just one of the best performances he's ever given. Just the emotion in here, and then the bridge when he hits that super high note that I can't even imagine doing. Like, I'm not even gonna try that ever, but it got as high as Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters, so Conan, you better cover Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters. We're waiting for you to do it. But yeah, Vodka Cranberry, just everything about this song is just putting it in contention to be one of the best songs he's ever written. I would put it up there in like the tier of Alley Rose, Memories, Family Line, Cut That Always Bleeds. I would put it in that tier, which is insane to think about with how good those songs are. But Vodka Cranberry, immediate highlight for me. Loved it. It's definitely competing for the #1 spot on this album. Next we have Romeo, which takes us in a complete tonal shift from the first 3 songs, where the first 3 just pop, like orchestral, very in that realm. Romeo is more country influenced, and since Conan grew up in Texas, that's definitely where a lot of this came from. And it took a while for me to like really get into this song, but by the end of it and listening to it a couple more times, I got behind Romeo, and I just like the vibe of this one. It's got a nice little country beat to it, and I like just how different it sounds on the album, but it still fits. And this is also the first time we get connection to Alley Rose, where it's just direct correlation and referencing the bridge of that song, where there's a line in Romeo that says, "Guess I was just your experiment," relates to Alley Rose in the bridge where he's, "If it was all experimental and you go back to safer things." So we get that connection, and we're starting to see the stories form. And I like the lower vocals that he has, where he starts off like normal, where his normal range is, but then he gets really low, which I like. I know some people did complain about his lower register on Lonely Dancers and songs like that, but I really did like it, and I do like when he goes lower. It shows his range, and I think he does hit those notes well. So I very much liked Romeo in a lot of areas. Next up is My World, and this is Olivia Rodrigo's favorite song on the album, and she said in an interview with Conan that came out this morning, and it honestly does compete to be my #1 as well with Vodka Cranberry. It's one of the more upbeat songs, and it creates connection between the songs on the album very nicely, where it directly references Romeo, the track that just came before it, by saying, "Romeo, I do not need a referee." So I like how we're connecting the songs already, and connecting to Alley Rose again, like Romeo did, where the line in Alley Rose is, "And I don't even care if it's just a summer fling." In this song, it's telling me we're just a summer fling. So I like how we're connecting those 2 subsequent lines in Alley Rose in these 2 songs. So I really liked catching those little Easter eggs to Alley Rose and just story connections there. And then we have some indie rock influence on this song as well, which I do like when Conan does that. Like in Jigsaw off Super 8, love that song, one of my favorite Conan songs ever, and just very underrated. So I really like when Conan does stuff like that. And on the bridge, he has this drunken delivery, like he just got drunk off of a Vodka Cranberry. So I really like that subtle connection you can kind of piece together there. So this one, very great as a standalone song, but I love how it connects to the other ones, and I really like the coherency that he creates with all of that. Next up is Class Clown, the last one on side A, and this is one of his most vulnerable songs. He goes more in depth on his childhood and taking the angle of how he coped with all of that stuff by making jokes out of it and making fun of everything like with himself. So I liked how vulnerable and open this song was for all of that, but I do think this is probably my least favorite song on the album, because musically speaking, I don't think it's the most enjoyable listen. Like it's a little too simple and stripped back, which it grows on me more. Like at first when I listened to it, I was kind of like, okay, I love the lyrics on this, but I'm not a big fan of the song per se. But listening to it more, it grew on me a lot more. So the fact that this I would be calling my least favorite on the album shows just how great the rest of this is. So I very much enjoyed Class Con and all that, but it does build up very nicely at the end. So at first I was going, great lyrics, great on just everything, the delivery there, want more out of the arrangement, but at the end of it I was going, okay, I can get behind this one. So yeah, I did like Class Clown, but it is probably my least favorite one. But if this is one of your favorites, I totally understand that. The lyrics are really, really, really great on this. Starting off side B, we have Nauseous, and this is a slower, more intimate song, and it kind of gave me Adrienne Lenker vibes, and just a little more poppier than her songs, and I do enjoy Conan's vocals a little more. So all around, just kind of a win-win for me. And on this one, I love the quiet verses and just how it grows into those louder choruses and everything. Just love how well the build-up is and just the structure behind all of this. It's really great, and it's just one of those calm listens where you can just listen to it outdoors at night, and it's just got a really great vibe like that. So Nauseous, definite standout for me. After Nauseous, we have Caramel, which is the third single with the music video released the same day as Wishbone came out. And man, this song was... This immediately became a favorite of mine when I first heard it on the album. Just the indie rock elements from My World just completely take over this song, and it was so much fun to listen to. The lyrics are depressing, but the song itself is just so energetic, and I just got behind this song immediately, and just, man, I've had so much fun listening to this. It does do a nice job contrasting Romeo, where in Romeo he says, "So I hope you know I'm never gonna want you back," to in this song he says, "I want you back now." So I like how he's creating that contrast and moving the story along in a different direction here. And yeah, this song, like most of Conan's songs, if you just listen to the music, it's so much fun. But then you look at the lyrics just on their own and you go, how are these matching? Like, why? Are you insane? Like, what is going on? But I really enjoyed Caramel, and it is probably top 3 for me. And I'll get into my ranking at the end of all this, but Caramel was incredible. Next up, we have Connell, which is a slower, stripped-back song like Nauseous, and just another one where it's a good, calming nighttime song if you're sitting outdoors and everything. And it has really catchy verses and everything like that. I think the verses are a bit better than the choruses in terms of just catchiness and like easier to hum along to. But the build up in this song is great. Just how it ends with this harder rock edge and everything. Loved how that built up. And while story-wise it doesn't directly tie into Alley Rose or other songs the same way that Romeo and My World do, I really liked just how it continues the concept of this album specifically, to where we don't want too many references to past songs. It feels like we're just kind of continuing on and not letting go of lyrics from the past album. So I like how it's continuing Wishbone's concept instead of making Alley Rose the album. So I liked the shift there and how all those correlations worked out. So Connell, I've seen a lot of people call it their favorite. I totally get that. This is definitely deserving of having that praise. Then we get to Sunset Tower, and this one is closer to the bottom of my ranking than the other songs, but still, I really like Sunset Tower. It's a bit poppier. It's not as energetic as Caramel. It's not Vodka Cranberry, but it's nice and calm, just peaceful, and has some energy to it to where you can kind of just dance along with it. And I don't think the writing's as strong on this one, but the simplicity I do think works in its favor as well, where it's not going to be a huge standout, but I do think it'll definitely be underrated. I loved Sunset Tower and listening to this one. Just how simple those choruses are, just like 4-word lines. I really enjoyed that. So Sunset Tower, bit of a divergence from the rock parts of it, but I really like the vibe on this one. So Sunset Tower, I want more discussion on this one. I feel like it's going to be the one that gets left behind, and I don't want it to be, because Sunset Tower, I loved it, and I don't want it to get the same treatment that Forever With Me got on Found Heaven. I love that song. People, stream Forever With Me. Please, just do it. Just, that's my one request besides subscribing. Listen to Forever With Me. Then next is 1111, and this one probably had the most fan intrigue before the album came out, because there's a line in this song that references 1111, so people were kind of going, what is this song specifically going to be about? And I think this is definitely one of the more sad songs, but once again, the build-up is insane, and the focus on the writing is a big strength on this one. So 1111, just another one where I don't have too much specifically to say about this one that I haven't said about other songs. It's just another commonality where build-up, structure, everything, the bridge, the rise in how loud it gets at the end, all of it's done really well. So not much else to say specifically for 1111, but this is another definite highlight. And then we get to the end of the album with Care, and I love how this song wraps the album up. The music has very strong closer vibes with everything, and it has very good connections to the other songs on this album, where there's a line that says, "And we felt like strangers in February," directly referencing Vodka Cranberry, where it's like, what is it? What's the line? Why didn't I write this down? Man, my brain is not working. Just start working, please. Just come on. But you know, if you are that big of a Conan fan, you know what line I'm talking about in Vodka Cranberry. But it references all of that, and it ends the story with the heartbreak leaving, but Conan caring for the person. So it's one of those things where you want to see healing towards the end of the album, which is something that Charlie Puth's self-titled did, where we get to a song called No More Drama, where you get the healing part, but I do like where the story ends for this, so, and just how all of that wraps up. So I very much liked how Care wrapped up this album, and ended this with me going, man, I don't dislike any songs on here. This is a skipless album. Very much enjoyed that. So now I'll get to my overall thoughts about Wishbone. As a whole, Wishbone's production is so strong, with amazing just seaside vibes and everything, and just the consistency of the quality on each song. Like, there's nothing that's gonna make you think this song doesn't belong here, or I would prefer this one just got cut. All of them feel like they just fit a purpose, and the quality never really dips. Like, yeah, there's songs you prefer over others, but none of them are bad, and there's no weak links on this, which is just crazy. The quality already, like how high the highs are, and just how the floor does not really go that low at all. It's like watching the Kansas City Chiefs football, where their high highs are just insane games, but their losses aren't really that bad, except the Super Bowl against the Eagles. But it's just insane looking at all that, and I just have a feeling I'm going to be listening to this album on rotation for a long time. I had Found Heaven on rotation for so long, and that's much more popular and re-listenable than sad songs on this one, but I'm definitely going to have this on repeat forever. This is amazing, and definitely in contention for Album of the Year for me. The Grammys, you better do it. Come on, don't be cowards. Nominate him. Just give him attention, please. But now I'm going to get into my track ranking for all of this. If you disagree with this, then I don't like you very much. Last place, I have Class Clown. Then we have Romeo, Sunset Tower, Connell, Care, Actor, This Song, 1111, Nauseous. In third place, My World. Second place, Carmel. And in first place, Vodka Cranberry, the second single. So yeah, I loved Wishbone so much. And the fact that Class Clown I would probably say is like a 7 or 8 out of 10 song, and that's in last. Man, he should write more songs on tour, because this was insane. He did all this on the Found Heaven tour too, which just adds to how impressive this whole project was. So with that said, I'm not going to give this a full rating yet, because I'm really wanting to do 10 out of 10, but I don't want to do it so soon. But it's a very, very high 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10. It's so good, and it's definitely my favorite album of the year so far. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, kind of, and the discussion for all of this going on. Drop your Wishbone song rankings in the comments, and how you would rank Conan's albums, and then the Sunset Season EP. I would love to see all of those, and just the variety of opinions, because that is a huge thing. Where there's no set best album for Conan, but I have a feeling Wishbone is going to set that. So thank you all for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe. I'm probably not going to do much music content outside of this. Thank you all for watching. See y'all later.